Well, hello there. Welcome to Meeting Expectations. I'm the old Growler. What we do here is we take a look at a can of beer, a bottle of beer, sometimes a wine or a spirit might drop by. We're all friends in fermentation. We take a look at the label. We read everything on the label. We check out the artwork. We crack it open and see if it meets expectations. Also, recently, we've been asked to rate the beers, and so I shall. All the way from number 1 to number 5. Number 1 being the best, number 5 being a dive. All right. Well, what have we got? Oh, a few things. All beer should be served at the correct temperature. Lagers between 37 and 47 degrees Fahrenheit, and ales between 50 and 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Also, we always use the same glassware for all of our tastings. That way nobody has a leg up as far as clarity or aromatics. And finally, traditionally a tasting is done where someone will take a look, they will smell, they will sip, and they will pontificate. Well, I'll pontificate, don't you worry about that, but I'm going to sip first. Why? Wine expert Fred Dix explains it all to you. He does a lot better than I do. All right, what do we have today? Okay, this is the Truth Imperial IPA, 8.7% alcohol by volume, and already I can tell I've tasted this before. I'm pretty sure that I must have picked this up on an impulse, but I've tasted this before. If I have, there's going to be a link right up there, and you can see what I tasted and how I rated it that time compared to this time. All right, well, let's go. The Truth Imperial IPA from Flying Dog, 8.7% alcohol by volume. Blessed be the truth teller, the one who tells us not what we want to hear, but what we need to hear. When the world seems upside down, we count on him to remind us we're standing on our head. So if you crave the truth, spend a night with this high-octane Imperial IPA. We promise it will keep you honest. Well, if in vino veritas, I imagine so. Let's see here. I do solemnly swear. Well, I try very hard not to swear, but the Surgeon General warns me that I should not be a pregnant woman operating heavy machinery. Brewed under special assignment, Flying Dog Brewery, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. California redemption. Well, they're going to redeem me in California, fine. Okay, and that's about it. There's a barcode there to keep track of their inventory. What am I expecting? Well, they certainly did pontificate. That's for true. An Imperial IPA at 8.7. You know something? Imperial is always saying, well, this is going to be a hefty one. 8.7? Yeah, it's pretty up there. So what I'm expecting a hazy, full-bodied, very, very hoppy flavor, possibly also echoed in the aroma, but certainly a real kind of dries your tongue out with that bitterness. Okay, well, let's crack it open and see if it meets those expectations. Oh yes, and they remind me it's $5.99 for this here at the local beer emporium. Right. Oh, clearly. Well, that's a pleasant surprise. Thank you very much. Oh, that looks, well, I can smell it from here. That is a beautiful IPA. Yes, sir, it is. I don't know what an Imperial IPA looks like, but that certainly is a good-looking IPA. And it is being served up at 53 degrees Fahrenheit, right on the nose. Okay, so it looks like an Imperial IPA. It's got the right temperature for an Imperial IPA. Well, let's see if it tastes like an Imperial IPA. Cheers. Yeah, I took 2 sips. The reason why, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Monday. My taste buds are on siesta. They had to be woke. They're woke now. Let's see what their olfactory friends have to say. Not too much there. No, not too much there. Let's see what the taste buds have to say. It's a nice body to this beer. It's a full body. It's not lush. It's not overbearing. The real star of the show here are the hops. They come out in the flavor, but there's a little bit of a tang to it, a little bit of a sharpness, rather than a bitterness. But it develops. This is I would call it a 10-second beer. It takes about 10 seconds for your taste buds to say, "Oh yeah, that's what's going on." So wow, that is a very nicely done beer. So does the Truth Imperial IPA meet expectations? Well, I was expecting it to be just about what it is. I was expecting a little bit more, but it certainly does deliver on the balance. That is for sure. Now, how are we going to rate this from a 1 to a 5? You know, I'm gonna give this one a 1 because of the balance. Absolutely. If you enjoyed this presentation, please click on the subscribe button and the bell. That way you won't miss any of our presentations. A thumbs up would be great, share us with your friends, and a comment would be really appreciated. I'm Pete LaFrance, the Old Growler, hoping all of your beers meet expectations.